Chicken Jockey. Chicken Jockey sandwich is a tasty as hell. Bacon 2 types, that's how I'm gonna tell. Chickeny and cheesy, now you're having a snack. Ooh, kinda spicy, it's a zombie attack. So the Minecraft movie came and went. It made $1 billion, and apparently there's this scene where kids in the audience would start going crazy, throwing popcorn at the screen when the chicken jockey shows up. Now, for those unfamiliar with Minecraft, you're asking, what is a chicken jockey? A chicken jockey is this little monster that shows up in the game. It's a baby zombie riding a chicken, and apparently it's a very rare spawn. I used to play Minecraft eons ago, but from the many hours that I played it, I never once saw a glimpse of a single chicken jockey. I don't really understand why people go bonkers for this particular character. If you play Minecraft and you have any idea, please enlighten me in the comments. What is the appeal? Now, I did a cookbook critique video on the Minecraft cookbook, and some of you pointed out that there's a chicken jockey sandwich recipe on there, so I'm gonna try to make it, but I'm also gonna try to make my own version. Let's start off with the cookbook's version of the chicken jockey sandwich. There's no photo for this recipe, so let's just go make it and see what this actually looks like. To start, place 4 slices of thick cut bacon on a skillet and heat it up on medium high and cook for about 3 minutes on each side until crispy. I tossed in an extra slice there because I want to snack on one, you feel me? When done, simply transfer them to a paper towel lined plate and set aside. Now let's get some chicken breast and cut it in half lengthwise. Once halved, we're gonna drape on some parchment paper on top and pound it with a mallet, but I don't have one, so I'm using a heavy rolling pin instead. Pound, pound, pound until the chicken is about a ½ inch thick. Once flattened, we're gonna season this with some salt and pepper on both sides. You ever wonder what happens when you mix hot bacon grease and chicken? Well, let's find out. Heat up a large skillet over medium high and add some of that bacon grease from the bacon we just cooked. Add in the chicken and cook these for 3 to 4 minutes each side until cooked through an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit. You hear that? That's a sound of sizzling. And in the last minute of cooking, top each with a slice of provolone cheese and let it melt. Now that the chicken is done, we're gonna toast some brioche buns and spread over a light layer of mayo on each. Place the chicken on the bottom bun, then spread on some pesto sauce on top of the melted cheese. Finally, top with 2 slices of the bacon, some tomato slices, lettuce, and the top bun. This is the Minecraft official cookbook's version of the chicken jockey sandwich, which looks tasty, but it doesn't really feel like the chicken jockey visually nor thematically, so I'm gonna try to make my own version. But as we continue to traverse through the world of Minecraft, allow me to show you another portal, one that leads to tasty Japanese treats sent right to your door, and of course I'm talking about these Tokyo Treat and Sakurako snack boxes. Tokyo Treat is a fun and exclusive monthly snack box packed with Japan's coolest and craziest treats. This month's theme is Harajuku Snack Venture, packed with fashion-forward flavors inspired by Tokyo's trendiest neighborhood. Bite into snacks like these cookies and cream Kit Kats with creamy white chocolate and crunchy cookie bits, or these garlic potato chips. This is like an umami explosion in every bite. And even Kirby is in this box with this gum mix with flavors you can mix and match to create flavor combinations. I really like the melon soda combo. Sakurako is a monthly Japanese artisan snack box that supports local makers across Japan. Each box is carefully curated with traditional and seasonal snacks. This month's theme is Mount Fuji Summertime, celebrating Mount Fuji's enduring influence with treats and traditions. I'm crazy for these Mount Fuji shaped sugar candies that's crispy on the outside and jelly on the inside, and nothing better than enjoying some deep fried salted mochi bites with a soothing cup of high quality matcha and maicha. Oh, and the dish this month has this epic great wave design, so cool. Aside from the snacks, I also love how they come with booklets that tell you more about the origins of the snacks and fun facts about Japanese culture. If you want to come home to a tasty little surprise every month and experience Japan in the comfort of your own home, then check out these Tokyo Treat and Sakurako snack boxes by using the link in the description or with the code MisoHungrie. It's like having a little piece of Japan right at your doorstep. Okay, now what kind of sandwich can capture the essence of chicken and a baby zombie? Well, after doing some sandwich research, I found out that there's a thing called a cheese zombie, which is pretty much a bread roll filled with melted cheese. Originating in Washington, the cheese zombie became a school cafeteria staple and a nostalgic treat for many former students who grew up eating them. There's no clear origin of the name, but Wiki says that it's because one of the cooks said the first batch looked like a zombie, which if it did, I'm kind of surprised they ate it. I've never had cheese zombie before, but if you've had them in school as a kid growing up, let me know in the comments if you actually like these things. There are two versions I came across. There's the bun version, which looks like a cheese stuffed dinner roll, but the one I'm going to try to make is the sheet pan school cafeteria style version that's baked in a large sheet that's cut into squares. To start, we place 1.5 cups of warm water in a mixer bowl with 3 packs of active dry yeast and let this sit for 5 minutes until bubbly. While we wait on that, we move to our blender where we'll be blending together a 3/4 cup of milk with 2 packed cups of spinach. I'm hoping this is gonna give us the zombie green color for our buns. Is our yeast bubbling yet? Looks pretty good to me, so I'll be adding to this 6 tablespoons of sugar and 7 tablespoons of vegetable oil and mix on low with a paddle attachment. Then we're gonna add 6 cups of flour, a teaspoon of salt, and the spinach mixture, and we're gonna let this knead for about 8 minutes until we have a smooth dough. Then we're gonna divide into 2, placing each half in a greased bowl, and we're gonna let this zombie green bread proof for about an hour. Once that's done, we're gonna take a greased half sheet pan and stretch out 1/2 of the dough ball to evenly cover. Then we're gonna layer on some cheddar cheese slices to cover every inch of the bread. You can also use Velveeta cheese here, as is tradition with cheese zombies, but apparently cheddar cheese is good too for the sheet version. For the chicken element, this time around, I'm going with some shredded rotisserie chicken so we can still make this sandwich kind of flat and even. And all this time I was putting together this recipe, I was thinking of how to incorporate an element of zombie into this, and I found just the thing with these zombie Takis, which are habanero and cucumber flavored. They're probably left over from Halloween, but I managed to get a hold of some. They're super green too, which fits in with the whole green chicken Jockey theme and look. Now for the other half of the dough, roll that out into about the size of the pan and carefully place that on top, stretch it to the edges and pinch to seal it all, and then let this proof for another 30 minutes. Then bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 25 minutes. Mine didn't come out as even as I was expecting, but I think it's because I put too much dough on the sides. It also didn't come out as green as I thought because of the top part brown during baking. The inside, on the other hand, looks pretty interesting. Don't know how it tastes, but I intend to find out. But before we eat it, I really want the green color, so I decided to flip it over to expose its green underbelly. And you know what? A zombie can't bite without a mouth, so let's carve it up one. Looks like our zombie has a mouthful of cheese. To finish it up, I'm gonna give it some eyes. I crushed on some of the zombie Takis and sprinkled it on this rectangular stencil I just cut up. Okay, this kind of looks more like the chicken Jockey, right? Okay, let's finally bite into these chicken Jockey sandwiches. Gonna start off with the cookbook version first. This actually tastes really friggin' good. When I think of pesto, I usually think of pasta, but pesto is awesome in this sandwich. Herby, nutty, and garlicky with that oil and cheese coating the rest of the chicken in every bite. Delicious. And the one I used is store-bought too, so a homemade one probably tastes even better. And flattening the chicken breasts makes a world of a difference. Super tender, and it cooked really evenly with an even sear on the exterior. The bacon grease made it deliciously savory, and the crunchy thick cut bacon strips dancing with a creamy provolone cheese is just a thing of beauty. This sandwich is super simple, yet super tasty. Taste-wise, this one is gonna be tough to beat. But here I go, making my own version anyway, because I really want a sandwich that is more fitting visually and thematically. But how does it taste? Not bad, but definitely not as good as the previous sandwich. The bread is a little tougher than I expected. The top bread layer is on the tough side, and the bottom bread layer feels pretty dense. Maybe I added too many fillings and it collapsed and compressed under the weight. The zombie Takis are a bit overpowering. I mean, Takis by themselves are already pretty strong and I love snacking on them, but combined with other stuff like this, it's hard to taste everything else. Probably would have been better if I crushed it up and dusted it instead of leaving whole pieces like this. Again, it's not bad, but it's nothing special. Looks cool though, but the cookbook version is the one you're gonna want to make and eat.